What up, people? It's Nick Ox here, and I'm recording this live, by the way. And I want to talk about the 3 things that I'm worried about for MK11. Now, hold up. Go. Now, the first thing I'm worried about for MK11 is, well, I'm gonna go from the most worried thing to the least worried thing to the most worried thing. Now, number 3. I don't want it to just be ranked matching. Like, well, no, put it like this. I don't want it to just be one and done. Like, I hate that type of ranked format in any fighting game to where it's just one match. Because anybody can beat anybody one time. Like, and that's just a fact. If you play somebody enough, you're gonna be able to beat them at least once, eventually. And that's just the thing that I don't, want to happen. I don't want to get on the game day one, hop in the rank, and then find out it's just one match. So yeah, that's the first thing I'm worried about. Now, hold up. Let me finish this life bar, and then I'll explain the next thing. Oh, you armed me. What? Okay then. Get this grab. How did I know? Alright. Now the second thing I'm worried about is balance changes. I did not like the way they handled balance changes in Injustice 2. That crap was terrible to me. There was barely any changes the whole game. And while most people might think that's a good idea, I don't think it is, me personally, because the thing about fighting games is they die out quickly. They just do. It's just the nature of the game. So you gotta have something to keep people coming back, in my opinion. Now, I don't think that they should change the characters drastically or anything. I just don't think that they should go months without any updates. Like, if you look at my channel, I covered almost every Injustice 2 update, and there was barely any. And I just think that was a very bad way to handle a fighting game. Especially when there was a lot of characters that were just low tier, like Raiden. Well, Raiden was like the worst one to me, and Swamp Thing at a point. Can't remember the other ones, but yeah, I want there to be like a fresh, healthy, like. Hold on, now I gotta turn up on them because I think you're doing something. Hit him with the grab. Alright. But I just want it to be like a fresh, healthy, like balanced life cycle. I don't want it to be too much like MKX or too ooh, got it. That has damage mitigation? I didn't even know. I don't want it to be too high like MKX or too low like Injustice 2. Hope they find a nice middle ground to keep people coming back and interested. So yeah. Now, the last thing I'm worried about is I don't want it to play like Injustice. And I'm pretty sure everybody else has this fear off of... I blocked that. Ooh, that was nice. I'm pretty sure everybody else has this fear to where they watch the pros play it and it looked very Injustice 2 Street Fighter like, and I don't want it to play like that. It's Mortal Kombat. Keep it Mortal Kombat. They didn't try to make Injustice play like Mortal Kombat, so why are they trying to make it go the other way around? Why most people like Injustice initially, the more people that played it longer, they just with the grab. They just like fell out of love with the game quickly, and I don't blame them. Like, I understand you wanted a slower paced game, but that crap gets boring after a while. It just simply does. So I don't want the game to play like Injustice 3. Now, I think the pros who showed it off initially, like most of the pros, I think they didn't get enough time with it, so they made the game look very bad. And people who got the game like at a different time, they did better with it. And And that may just been what was it, because everybody who was there when the game first got announced and they played, the pros made it look very bad, except like I think like 2 of them. But they made it look like it was going to be a zoning heavy game. And then when people from like South America, I think, got their hand on it, it started to look better. But we still don't know for sure because we haven't been able to test the game ourselves yet. So I'm just saying, I hope the game plays like, I hope the, oh, I knew he was gonna do that. Hope the game plays like more like this instead of like Injustice. Because nobody wants a game that just feels that way. Me personally, I think a lot of people don't want that. Now, of course, you're gonna have some people like, oh, we don't need to break down 50-50, need all that. Like, shut up. Every game has 50-50s. I don't know why people just can't accept this. There's no fighting game right now that doesn't have 50-50s. And Mortal Kombat is a game with a block button. So yeah, 50-50s are gonna be more potent, but they've toned them down. But I guarantee people are still gonna whine about it. Like, every game is gonna have 50-50s. Just shut up and let it go. Not a big deal. Now, those 50-50s shouldn't lead to 50%, but there should be 50-50s. You don't want to have a game where you can't open anybody up. Like, what's a game I can think of? For Honor. Go look up some early For Honor tournament gameplay when that game was based on like the turtle meta. Like, you couldn't do anything. You couldn't do anything in For Honor without somebody just figuring out how to block it. Like, it was nearly impossible to open people up, and people hated that worse. So while all these people complaining about 50-50s, I guarantee if they made the game like harder to open people up, that would be worse. But anyways, excuse my ugly gameplay, guys. I was trying to, you know, just get this point across. And you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and Nick outside. We're just gonna finish this match off, and then we'll be out.
Triborg. Round 1, fight. Adrenaline wave. Adrenaline wave. Final round. Fight. Adrenaline wave. Brutality. Inferior E. Survival is improbable. Triborg wins.